Hey guys, well, surfing the internet today, I found a pretty funny video. At first I thought it was a joke. As I looked more into it, it's more of a scary realization for those of us who've seen the movie Idiocracy. I'll play the audio of the video for you. It was a call to a radio station. And they're talking about meanings of street signs.
Missing is all that's going on there. Now, Donna, you got quite the vent today. It sounds like what's going on with you.
Well, I wanted to voice my opinion on something that's been bothering me for a really long time.
Okay.
I tried writing a newspaper and contacting TV stations, but nobody seems to want to help me with this. So that's why I'm calling you guys.
What's the issue?
Well, over the past few years, I've been involved in 3 separate car accidents involving deer.
Mm-hmm.
With the population and everything. Each of these incidents, they've occurred shortly after I saw a deer crossing sign on the highway. Well, my frustration is that Minnesota and North Dakota Departments of Transportation would allow these deer crossings to be in such high traffic areas. I mean, I've even seen them on the interstate. Why are...
Okay, I'm gonna pause it right there. If you're confused about this video, this lady is writing letters and talking to her local authorities about moving the warning sign for deer crossing.
Encouraging deer to cross at the interstate. I don't get it. That's such a high traffic area. I mean, I understand that deer are wild animals and they need to travel across the streets occasionally to survive, and of course to find food. But it seems to me that so irresponsible of us to allow these deer crossings to be in areas where these deer are so likely to be struck by oncoming traffic. I mean, wouldn't you agree? I mean, it's just, I mean, you think they would put deer crossings maybe, in, smaller towns, maybe during at a school crossing.
Okay, so could you just imagine this for a second? The kids are all like, yay, school started, for those of us who are in, kindergarten, when school was exciting. Anyway, all the kids are, waiting for the crosswalk person. I don't know what that job, crossing guard, to go out and stop the traffic both ways. Okay, kids, come on, let's go. Kid, deer, they should all cross at the same spot. Makes sense.
It would be a safer place for them to cross.
Wait.
For the deer crossing sign.
Deer crossings aren't telling deer that it's safe to cross there. It's just more of an alert for drivers so they know it's a high deer population.
The government put the deer crossings there. They can direct the deer population anywhere they want to by moving that deer crossing sign. I mean, why in the world would they place it on the highway or the interstate? I mean, God, there are so many other places I can think of than putting the deer crossing signs on busy highways and interstates.
You seem to be under the misunderstanding that the deer are somehow attracted to the deer crossing sign.
Well, yeah, the deer crossing sign is there to allow the deer to know that's where they need to cross.
Right. And all these car accidents you had involved a deer after you'd saw a deer crossing sign.
Exactly. I mean, I'm trying to watch out for the deer, but, I mean, speed limit's 55, 65. How am I supposed to, you can't brake really quick if if the deer just is crossing in that deer crossing area.
So you'd like to see these signs move somewhere safer?
Right. If we could move them, don't put deer crossing signs on the interstate or freeways. Put them in lower traffic areas. Somewhere where the speed limit a lot slower,
Uh-huh.
maybe small towns, I don't know. I think school crossings is a good idea.
Well, listen, we will, yeah, I mean, you say you've tried to contact quite a few people about this.
Right, yeah, I wrote like at least 3 or 4 letters, and
we will spread the word, okay? We will try to kind of help you raise some awareness for this issue, okay?
All right. So, if I was in this situation and I didn't quite understand what a sign meant, but somehow managed to get my driver's license, because those of us in Minnesota know that the written one you have to memorize all the signs, and yeah. So managing to pass that test, if a sign still confused me, yes, I'm playing with the pen, one would think or hope that you talk to a friend or a family member that can clear this up, because writing to your local authorities in this case, I'm kind of wondering if they thought it was a joke and that's why they weren't responding at all, which is really sad. This makes my brain hurt that people are capable of being that oblivious. Idiocracy is becoming less of a comedy movie and becoming more of a reality. And it's horrifying for those who have seen it. If not, I would highly recommend it. It'll change your view on a lot of things. But speaking of signs, I remember a joke that I heard a while back. I'm not sure where it's from or anything, but it kind of made me, this video made me think of it when I heard it. It's about these 3 grandmas driving in a car, and they're going on this highway and they're going about 12 or 13 miles an hour. So a cop sees them and was like, "What's going on?" Pulls them over. "Do you know how fast you're going, ma'am?" She's like, "I know I wasn't speeding. Look at that sign over there. It says 12 miles an hour. And the cop looks up at the Highway 12 sign and then looks back down at the lady and is like, "Ma'am, that's the road you're on, not the speed limit. The speed limit's 55 on this road." He kind of sits there thinking for a minute, then looks in the back at the third lady, who has her nails digging into the headrest behind the driver's seat, and leans forward. "Is she all right? What's going on?" And the lady in the passenger seat in the front is like, "Oh no, she's fine. We just got off of Highway 102. Yeah. I fear that is going to happen soon. Kind of a corny joke, but alright. I am done with ranting about signs now, so yeah. See you later.